¿Qué es lo que mi gente? Yo soy Ricky de Bilingue Vlogs. I just got dropped off here, took a lift here to the closest Barnes&Nobles next to me. Well, not next to me, but like near me. I'm in Coral Gables. It's a very beautiful place in Miami. It's a very rich area, I think. Pero muchos de ustedes quieren saber de los libros que uso yo. You guys want to know about the books that I use for Spanish and stuff. So I want to take you guys into Barnes&Nobles with me because I'm book shopping. All my Spanish books are still in Illinois. I forgot to grab them when I went to go visit my daughters. And I'm also going to be getting Portuguese books because I am learning Portuguese and I want to document that for you guys. So I'm going to show you guys, you know, grammar books, vocabulary books, and I may take you through my criteria, my process for getting a book in the first place, for getting, you know, a good Spanish grammar book, or in this case a Portuguese grammar book, and things like that. So let's go in, yeah, see what they have. Okay, so we gotta talk quietly because it is a bookstore still. People may be reading, and I'm not sure if I can even record in here really, so we're gonna be quiet. But right now, I'm looking for the Spanish or the language section, but I want to show you guys here that they have a libros para niños section, right? So this is the libros para niños. So, you know, it's stuff that you may find that when you were even a kid, like Clifford, they have it in Spanish too. El Chavo, I love El Chavo. Well, this is El Chavo Animado. That's a cartoon now, but you know, when I was growing up, it was just El Chavo, the, you know, Jesperito, the actor. But anyways, I do want to say that reading kids books is actually a good place to start if you're a beginner, maybe even an intermediate in Spanish. Shoot, I was even an advanced Spanish learner, and I was reading a kids book to my children in the library, and I found words that I did not know. I was so surprised. So, you know, feel free to do the same. You guys don't have to get these big, you know, Harry Potter sized books to learn stuff in Spanish. You can use kids books all day. Barnes&Nobles always has a libros para niños sections, depending on how many Spanish speakers there are around you, the population, the demographics. It may be higher in some spots. So, I mean, there may be more in some spots, but anywho, yeah, that's that. So now I still gotta find this language section. Okay, so I think we're closer because I see here it says libros en español, and here they have a really big sections of libros en español. So this is the biggest section that I've seen before. So we have like this row over here, this whole shelf here is all in Spanish. It even has the categories in Spanish, as you can see. Salud, libros en español, tenemos juveniles, ficción, libros en español. And I just saw right now that we just reached the language learning section right behind the libros en español section. So let's see what we have here as far as books. So the language learning section is pretty cool because they're always going to separate it by category, you know, by language. So the first thing that I see here is I see Arabic, and they have Korean, then French. So it's like pretty much in alphabetical order. Sorry, hello. So it's pretty much in alphabetical order, as you can see. So Arabic, there's Korean, there's French, there's what I'm looking for, Portuguese. Spanish probably is going to be the biggest section because it's usually the biggest section. And it is the biggest section. So let's see what they have here. For all of you who are learning Spanish on your own, you've been asking me questions about conjugation. This book here that I found, I really like Barron's foreign language guides. I had a Barron's foreign language guide for you know, mastering Spanish vocabulary. So, you know, Barron's, I really support them a lot. Oh, here it is. Here's the book that I had before that I may get again today because I really like it. Mastering Spanish Vocabulary, and it just goes through. Let me open a page here. It just goes through vocabulary in categories. So that book was really helpful to me. Now we have, but like what I was saying about the conjugation, we have this 501 Spanish verbs. That's a lot of verbs. But it's not just verbs. It's verbs, but it also gets their conjugations. So as you can see, the present tense, the imperfect, the imperative, the future, so on and so forth. It goes through all of the tenses of the verbs there, as you guys can see. So this book may be really good for some of you guys who are learning on your own, or even if you're not learning on your own. It's just a good book to get. It's just a good book to get to learn. Sorry, it's hard for me to maneuver this camera and hold the book at the same time. It also has parts in here where you can work too. So you gotta change from one tense to another. Sorry. So it says change from one tense to another. You can do that here. You can practice. So it's more than just you're looking at a book. You get to work with it too. It's a workbook. So Barron's is one of my favorites. I don't know if I'm gonna get this book today though, because I know how to conjugate. But it's still a good book. Let's see what else. Oh, this is the one that I had before. I'm not sure if you guys have seen my video about this, but if not, this is the book that I had before. This is the Learn the Everything Spanish book. It's really good. It comes with a CD, so you can have listening activities, and it comes with just a lot of activities. If you want to see how it looks, then you can watch my other video. Well, I guess I'll show you here too, in case you don't want to go to the other video. That's fine. I don't want to make you go there. But as you see, it has a lot of drills. So like, a lot of drills, just like what I used to do when I was learning Spanish. So it's a pretty cool book. I like it. Let me see if I can find the other one that I had before. Because the other one was actually my favorite book, but I don't know if they have it at this location. So this is the other book that I was telling you guys about. Spanish grammar. I like this one better than the Everything Spanish book, because I feel like it gives you more info. So definitely, check these books out. I did see one that looked interesting up here that I've never seen. So let's see what it is. Spanish sentence builder. So this goes over, I think, a lot of grammar. How to really speak well and with grammar. So that's kind of like the series that we're doing right now on my channel, the Spanish sentence structure series. But this maybe will go more in depth with it, because I'm going over stuff pretty much that would benefit beginners, like beginners that have been doing Spanish for a while, or also intermediates or advanced who kind of have lost their way and have forgotten some of the fundamentals. That's kind of what my series is going over. So if you want to really start from scratch, maybe the Sentence Builder book will be good for you. I do want to point something out here though. These are two Spanish grammar books. One of them is beginner, one's intermediate. So when you're getting your grammar book, make sure that you're getting the right level, because you don't want to get an intermediate or advanced book and be lost if you're a beginner. You also don't want to get a beginner book and be refreshing all this stuff you don't need to refresh if you're an intermediate or an advanced learner. So, really just have to be cautious about all of these things. I'm trying to find my favorite dictionary. I mean, like I said, I really like the Barron's dictionary, but I want to find my favorite one. Yes, here it is. Household Spanish. This is like my all-time favorite vocabulary book, because it gives you more of Latin American terms than just Spain terms. I also have this book too. This book is really good too. It's for advanced learners. So, I mean, it kind of goes over some beginner stuff, but I would say intermediate or advanced, you should get that book. Pretty much what I look for when I'm looking for a book at the bookstore, to learn Spanish grammar or whatever language grammar, is that it's thorough. I don't want something that's just going to be phrases. I don't want something that's just going to be words. I want to be able to do practice exercises with it too. So that's another reason why I like this Household Spanish book. because it gives you vocabulary. Like, you know, a lot of vocabulary goes by categories, but then you also have spaces where you can write stuff, and it asks you to kind of refresh your memory by writing this stuff down. So that's why I really like the household Spanish book. Here's something that I just found. One of you, I forgot your name, I'm sorry, but one of you commented about medical Spanish. So if you want to work on your medical Spanish, if you want to become a medical translator / interpreter or anything like that, they have this medical dictionary, the Spanish-English medical dictionary. So now it's time for me to look for my Portuguese book, and I found this one, and I'm kind of liking it because it shows me the pronunciations in it. So even right here, it's a quick guide to pronunciation. Because Portuguese is not the same as Spanish. Some of the pronunciations are the same, but I mean, most of it is not. There's another book here on Portuguese Spanish. Looks interesting. Brazilian Portuguese, not Portuguese Spanish. That doesn't make sense. Brazilian Portuguese, which is the one that I'm learning. I don't like Portuguese. It's too choppy, and I just don't like how it sounds. And I live closer to Latin America, so I've met actual Brazilians. I've never met a Portuguese person. There's not a really big Portuguese section here. Like, this is the Portuguese section, but I'm finding a lot of Russian books here, French books, German books. Maybe it just needs to be cleaned, I don't know. But it's definitely nowhere near as big as the Spanish section was. So, I mean, I have the Portuguese for Dummies book. A lot of people sleep on the Dummies books, but actually, that's how I learned my first guitar chord, was one of these books. My sister had the Dummies book for her guitars, and I started to learn guitar from there. And then I was like, well, I taught myself piano, I'll just teach myself guitar. So that I left the book behind and started teaching myself everything about guitar. But Dummies books they're very useful. They're very plain and simple. That's the way that I like to teach my stuff to you guys. So it may be a good idea. I'll look through and see if I like it. Dirty Portuguese. I had a dirty Spanish book, but when I was married, it's miraculously disappeared. She says she didn't throw it away, but I think she threw it away. It's not like dirty as in like images, but it just has bad language. Why'd I get it? Because I was curious. Like I don't know. I want to know if somebody is saying something like I guess bad to me. I don't want to regurgitate it, but it's good to know because you can know somebody's saying something bad to you. Another book for you guys learning medical Spanish. This book here, check it out. It'll be good. I think it's worth you guys' investment. If you're wanting to do medical Spanish, this book here. See how thick it is? I found the book that I want to get. It's a book that I had before that I lost, and it had me cracking up like as if it was a modern comedy. You guys probably know this book, Don Quixote de la Mancha. It makes me crack up. You know how they say don't go shopping like if you're hungry, like don't go grocery shopping if you're hungry? Same thing goes for like learning. Like look at my freaking stack here. It's getting ridiculous, and I'm still looking for another book. I just need something that's really interesting though. Something that really interests me. I really like Julio Cortázar as an author because it's like surreal kind of stuff. Kind of like, you know how Salvador Dali, the artist, was a surreal artist. This is like surreal literature. So I thought about getting this book because it has pictures. I don't know, I'll make it at some later time. But I'm not gonna get a dictionary. I'm not getting a dictionary because there's so many online. Okay, so I made it home. I think this is a bad decision going to the bookstore now because we're moving today. Yep. The movers just got here. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna carry my books because I put all my stuff in my suitcases. This is literally all my stuff. I'm a minimalist, if you guys didn't know. So all my stuff that I have fits in here. My camera equipment, my music equipment, my microphones, any important stuff that I have, and my clothes, it's all in there. My cooking supply, like everything. Because I don't like having a lot of stuff. I think I think it's stupid to have a whole bunch of stuff and not use it. So, yep, books and my supplies is all I need. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna carry this to the new place. Well, I guess I can, no, because the bags that I took it in are ripped. Sorry, my brother's talking. That's it for the video today, guys. Hope you learned something about how to find a book to help you guys out. Yeah, like I said, hit up the bookstores. You can look at Amazon also, or other places that you like to shop online for books, but I like to do it in person just because I like to see exactly what I'm getting. So anyways, if you liked the video, please go ahead and like, comment below, let me know what you think, subscribe and share the video so that others can get help as well. Okay, God bless you guys.
Rambo.